with regards to the project, most of you all, if not all of you all, should by now be collecting most of all your data. So the next move now is to complete those frequency table. But before that, go to those three hypotheses: hypothesis 1, hypothesis 2, hypothesis 3, and to transfer or copy and paste the values for motivation, positive feelings, time with score, because these three hypotheses is based on correlational analysis. Okay, when we just did it a while ago. For example, hypothesis 1, how does motivation affect score? To what degree does motivation affect score? What is the Pearson's product moment? What is the linear regression equation for motivation and score? The X variable and the Y variable. So what you need to do is to copy the values for motivation. There are 42 of them. And paste it here for motivation. Copy the values for score. It's color coded in yellow, and paste it here. Copy the values for positive mass feelings, paste it here, and score again. Please do that as soon as you or almost complete all your values. And time practicing and score. Okay. So here they are color coded. Right. Now, after you have done that now, please copy all the data values. So go to cell B2, start there. Keep your finger on shift and the right arrow and the down arrow. Copy that whole rectangle of values. Control C. Go to a separate Excel spreadsheet. Make sure that you're on A1. Control V. Now, the reason why you're doing that, because you do not want to tamper with these values. Okay, your original values in your Excel spreadsheet. Okay, you don't want to tamper with the order of this. If you want, you can, and that's advisable, create another copy. Okay, as I'm doing that, I'm going to create another copy. Email it to yourself, save it somewhere. Because when you are doing a research project, it always good to have backup copies for even in case something happens. You'd have to start back right over again. Because I've seen cases where persons have to go and they lost all their data and they have to start back from scratch in real research, and you have to submit and so forth. Okay, so please bear that in mind. Make extra copies. And the reason why we are doing that, we're going to facilitate the completion of this frequency table. I did it. The video, I sent a video for age and gender already, math attitude. So we have to count how many respondents said hate, how many said do not like, how many said neutral. So you go into in your work sheet, if you want to put it that way, your worksheet. There you can maneuver the numbers. So instead of counting, looking for it and start to count, you can just highlight the column, okay, and sort from A to Z. Okay, so a window will pop up, say Microsoft Excel data found the data next to your sex selection. Since you have not selected this data, it will not be sorted. What do you want to do? Expand the selection, continue. So continue. Doesn't matter, because remember, we have, you know, we can do what we want with these values. So therefore now it is in order. So all the do not likes are grouped up. So you can count 1, 2, 3, or you can say that the first do not like is in 1 and the last do not like is in 3. So you can go to your calculator and say 3 minus 1 plus 1. Don't forget to put the plus 1 in. So there are 3 do not likes. So you go back to your Excel spreadsheet and you put the frequency for do not like is 3. Okay. We go back again. After do not like, we have hit 1, 2. So that is easy to count. 2 hits. Say 2 hitters. Please don't hit maths. Don't hit maths. 2. Okay. Now we go back to, we have the likes here, a couple of likes. So therefore, instead of counting 1, 2, 3, you can just say, well, the first like is in 6, is in row 6, and the last like is in row 20. Let's just verify that. C6 to C20. Okay, so you go in your calculator and you say 20 subtract 6 plus 1. You must put the plus 1. Eh? And then we have 15 likes. Then after like, what do we have? We have love. We have only one love. Only one love. Well, at least we have a love. Someone loves maths. It's very good, because maths is, as you can appreciate, is just English translated to symbols, you know, to facilitate numerical analysis. We just did linear regression. We know that a factor that affecting math score is motivation, but that influence can be measured to get a number. Okay, so what math does is to shift you from, or move you up from subjective analysis to objective analysis, from just based on words alone to numbers, to quantification. It's not sufficient to just say, oh, the table short. Or you go to the carpenter, you say you want a big bed. What is a big bed? You know, a big bed for you is a small bed for somebody. A big bed for me is a small bed for Sharp O'Neill, right? I mean, so you need numbers. Okay, you cannot go to the market and say I want plenty, or go to the supermarket and say I want plenty flour. You know, I mean, what is plenty flour? So numbers is essential. It is necessary. It is one of the ways we, as human beings, automatically analyze our environment. You know, it's automatic. We qualify, but we quantify automatically whenever we perceive our environment. Okay, so you know, numbers are needed. Neutral starts from C22 and it stops at C42. C22 to C42. So we have 42 minus 22 plus 1. Okay, so that's 21. Now I have 42 respondents there. So my total frequency is supposed to add up to 42. Okay, so that's 21. So to verify that no respondent was left out, see, I put the 42 there just to make sure. You go to auto sum from Y2 to Y6, yes, highlighted, enter 42. Okay, so please do that. Complete. Before you complete the tables, make sure you copy and paste the motivation with score, math positive with score, time practicing with score, because you are preparing for numerical analysis. You're preparing your Excel spreadsheet for numerical analysis part of the project. So that's numerical analysis will be on correlation and regression, which ties in nicely with what we just did there for the math score and hours of study. You have time practicing and so forth. And then now you copy and paste all your data on an Excel worksheet if you want to put it that way, so that you can order these values, you know, in order to complete your frequency tables. So the next one I'm going to be, you know, doing it. So that's where I am now. Iron Math Attitude. Okay. Right.